Alrighty, so let's take a quick look at our development process. So in this video, we're going to focus on steps 1 and 2 of creating an Angular project and creating an Angular component for the product list. Alright, let's go ahead and move in here and get started. So I'd like to kind of swing over to my file system and move into this e-commerce project directory. I'd like to create a new directory here for O3 front end. And then what I'll do is I'll simply drag and drop the O3 front end to my Visual Studio Code application, and it'll automatically open that folder and make it available in the IDE. Nice little trick there for you. Alrighty, so I'll go ahead and open up a new terminal window here. Just expand my window here real quick. And I should be in the O3 front end directory. Looks good. So now I'll go ahead and create the Angular project. I'll use ng new Angular e-commerce. They'll ask me if I want to add Angular routing. For now, we can say no. We can always add it later. And then I'll accept the default for CSS style sheets. Alrighty, so it's creating our project. I'll speed the video up to make this go a bit faster. And remember, you can safely ignore the warning messages. Okay, great. So once everything's done, our project is successfully created. So we're good to go there. And we can simply move into that directory for Angular e-commerce. And if I swing back over and look at my project structure over on the left-hand side, we'll see that we have this Angular e-commerce directory and all of those Angular project files that were created. All right, so that part looks good. So one thing I'd like to do is add Bootstrap support to this project. So let's go ahead and move to that getbootstrap.com website. And we'll simply scroll down and copy paste some code from the starter template. We'll just highlight this little snippet of code like we did before. We'll simply copy it. And then we'll edit our index.html file. And then we'll drop this in right here after line 4. All right, so that's good. So we have the basic Bootstrap support added to this project. All right, so let's go ahead and edit our app component.html file. Let me expand the window here. And so remember, this file has all this template code. Let's go ahead and delete everything in this file because we don't need it. And we'll add a very simple entry here for our application. We'll create a very basic Bootstrap container, and we'll simply set up a heading 1 for products. Now let me test it out real quick. So just in my terminal window here, go ahead and start the server. Okay, it's up and running and there's products. So that's good. So we have the basics in place and we have the Bootstrap styling set up. So we're good so far with just getting started. All right, so now let's go ahead and move to step 2 of creating the Angular component for the product list. So down in my terminal window, I'll just hit a Control-C real quick. And I'll use the Angular CLI to create a new component. So I'll just use that ng generate component, and I'll say components/product list. Okay, great. So our component's created. We can view those new files here on the left-hand side. So this is in the components subdirectory. And there's our product list and all of the associated Angular files for this. So let's go ahead and open up product list component.ts. Let's just copy the selector for this component. And then let's move back to our app component.html and let's make use of this selector. So we just simply give app product list. And now down in our terminal, let's just run our app one more time. And then we should see product list works. Great. So we have our main application up and running. And now we've also plugged in our new component that we just created. So we're just putting things together piece by piece right now, but this looks really good.